Have you ever had a man look at you like he times, once times you, then disappear the second things start to feel real? 1 minute he's all in long nights talking, slow kisses, the way his hand lingers on your lower back, and the next minute he's suddenly busy, taking longer to reply, acting like you imagined the whole connection. And yet, when you finally pull back, when you stop chasing, when you start to genuinely get on with your own life, asterisk, that's times when he suddenly wakes up. It's like he's more turned on by the possibility times of losing you than by having you right in front of him. The man I'm talking about is the avoidant. The guy who gets overwhelmed by closeness, but who is magnetically drawn to a woman who knows how to touch his mind and his nervous system in the right way. With an avoidant, lust alone doesn't hold him. It might get his body, but it doesn't capture his attention, asterisk. What switches him on in a way he can't forget is not just a sexy picture or a flirty text, it's the psychology, the way you move, the way you don't chase, the way you let him feel you without ever handing him your entire power. Tonight, I want to show you 5 psychological turn-ons that hit an avoidant man harder than lust, and they're especially for you as a woman who's done being the one who overgives, over-explains, and overweights. These are the things that make him feel hooked on you when he's alone at night. The things that make him wonder, what is it about times her asterisk? They're subtle, they're incredibly sexy, and they're completely within your control. No games, no manipulation, just you stepping into a different energy. Stay with me until the end. Because the 5th one is the thing most women are terrified to do, and it's actually the most irresistible of them all. The first psychological turn-on that hits an avoidant man deeper than lust is your magnetic self-sufficiency asterisk. Not pretending you don't care, not fake I'm unbothered energy. I'm talking about the quiet, undeniable reality that your life is already full and beautiful with or without him. Avoidant men are wired to fear being swallowed up. They're scared that if they open the door too wide, someone will move into their emotional space, rearrange all the furniture, and never leave. So anything that feels like hunger, neediness, over-texting, constant availability doesn't just turn them off, it confirms their worst fear. If I get close to her, I'll lose myself. Now picture the opposite. He sends a text. Hey, what you doing tonight? You times him. You're attracted. But your life is not sitting around waiting for his name to flash on your phone. You have plans. You have friends. You have your own goals, your own rituals, your own sexy little evening routine that does not get cancelled for a last minute invitation. So you reply, tonight I'm busy, but next week could work. Calm, warm, no drama, just a woman with a life. That energy is wildly attractive to an avoidant man because it signals you are bonus times to my life, not my oxygen supply. It tells his nervous system, if I get close to this woman, I won't disappear. She already has a strong me. She's not looking to merge into US and erase me in the process. That's when being close to you starts to feel safe, asterisk. And safety for an avoidant is the foreplay that comes before real desire. Self-sufficiency looks like you still doing your gym class instead of waiting by the phone. It's you planning your weekend for you asterisk, not leaving it blank, just in case he asks. It's you having your own money sorted, your own passions, your own sense of purpose. You flirt, you connect, you enjoy him, but you never hand him the job of making your life interesting. Here's the sexy part. When a man sees that you are lit up by your life, he doesn't feel pressured to perform to keep you alive. He feels invited to join your world. That's a completely different energy from, please come and rescue me from my boredom and loneliness. But this has to be genuine, asterisk. Posting a highlight reel on Instagram while secretly being obsessed with his replies is not self-sufficiency, that's performance. Magnetic self-sufficiency is internal. It's the way you sit in a room when he's not there. The way you can enjoy a day alone and actually feel full. The way you can have a deep conversation with a friend that nourishes you as much as any romantic attention. When he senses that, suddenly your no's become as sexy as your yeses. Your time becomes precious. Your attention becomes something he has to earn, asterisk, not something he can take for granted. And for an avoidant, that feeling of, I could lose this if I don't show up, is a much bigger turn on than any physical tease. The more you make your life the main event, the more he feels like he's discovered something rare, not a woman waiting for a savior, but a woman already in motion who might just invite him along for the ride if he's man enough to keep up. The second psychological turn-on that hits an avoidant man harder than lust is your time's calm, unwavering boundaries, asterisk. Not the loud, dramatic, I'm done with you speeches. Not the angry paragraphs over text. I mean the soft but firm, this is how I'm treated or I'm not here. Avoidant men are used to relationships feeling like emotional landmines. They take a step back, the other person explodes. They need a day to themselves, suddenly they're guilty, selfish, emotionally unavailable. So they come to expect that intimacy equals chaos. The more someone cares, the more drama they have to manage. Now imagine what happens when he meets a woman like you, who has standards but no interest in a soap opera. He cancels on you last minute with a casual, something came up. A lot of women will respond with either icy silence and then a storm later, or a full meltdown in the moment. You don't respect me. You never prioritize me. Why are you doing this? You don't do either. You simply say, got it. I'll make other plans. For next time, I really value a bit more notice. And then you get on with your evening. That calm boundary is devastatingly attractive. You're communicating two things at once. I have a standard and I won't chase you into meeting it. For an avoidant, that's like oxygen. He doesn't feel attacked, but he also doesn't feel coddled. You're not pretending you're okay when you're not, but you're also not making him responsible for regulating your every emotion. Another example, he goes quiet for a few days. When he comes back, he acts like nothing happened. Instead of pretending it's fine or exploding, you say, hey, I really enjoy talking to you, but those gaps don't work for me if we're building something. I connect best with someone who's more consistent, and then you let your actions back that up. You stop offering girlfriend-level energy to someone showing up like a part-time pen pal. Here's why this turns him on. Avoidants respect strength more than pleading. They may not say it out loud, but when you clearly define how you want to be treated, and then you live times by it, you become rare. You're telling him, you cannot keep me with crumbs. And whether he can meet that or not, his attraction to your backbone grows. Boundaries are sexy because they show you're not afraid to lose him in order to keep yourself. That sends a powerful signal. If you want access to my body, my mind, my softness, you have to step up to my level. And for the right man, even the avoidant one, that challenge is thrilling. The key is your energy. Boundaries delivered with bitterness push him further into avoidance. Boundaries delivered with calm certainty make him lean in. You're not punishing him, you're just aligning with your own value. When you can look at a situation and think, I can want you and still walk away if this doesn't feel good, you instantly become more compelling. He can't control you with breadcrumb affection or on-off communication. And that shift from him managing you to you managing times yourself, times is a deeper turn-on than any seductive outfit you could wear. The third psychological turn-on for an avoidant man is times emotional safety without pressure, asterisk. This is the one almost no one talks about, but it's the difference between a man associating you with tension and associating you with the kind of relaxation that actually makes his desire wake up. Avoidant men are not emotionless. In fact, many of them feel times, a lot of times they've just learned that showing emotion usually leads to someone trying to fix them, analyze them, or grab onto them tighter. So they shut down, not because they don't want connection, but because connection has always come with strings. You become a turn-on when you offer understanding without immediately demanding more closeness than he's ready to give. Imagine he opens up one night and tells you about his childhood, a messy breakup, or a fear he carries. In that moment, many women subconsciously think, yes, he's finally opening up, now I can get him to commit, now I can ask where this is going. They start pushing for definition times, right times after he's shown vulnerability. His nervous system goes, I knew it. If I open the door, I get trapped, and he pulls away. Now imagine your approach. He shares something real. Instead of turning it into leverage, you just times be there, asterisk. You hold eye contact, you listen, really listen. You say things like, thank you for trusting me with that, or that helps me understand you more. You don't immediately flip the conversation into, So what are we? You don't interrogate, you let that intimacy breathe. This doesn't mean you never talk about what you want. It means you separate two things, his emotional world and your relationship expectations. One night you might say, I feel closest to you when we talk like this. Instead of, why don't you ever open up? Notice the difference. You're sharing your experience, not attacking his character. You're inviting, not cornering. An avoidant man is incredibly turned on mentally, emotionally by a woman who can sit with his truth without trying to control it. When he realizes, I can tell her how I feel without her using it to trap me. His body literally relaxes around you, his guard drops. And here's what most people miss. True sexual chemistry needs that softness. If his entire nervous system is braced for a demand, he can enjoy your body, but he won't crave times you, asterisk. Low pressure emotional safety looks like giving him space, times and times, giving him a clear path back in. If he says, I've had a crazy week, I'm just in my own head, you don't retaliate with, fine, whatever. You might say, I get that, take your time. I'm here when you're ready to connect. Then you go back to living your life. You let him be a human, not your emotional provider 24/7. Again, this isn't about shrinking your needs. It's about the way you present them. I feel really good when we talk regularly. That's important to me in a relationship. Is very different from, why do you always disappear? You clearly don't care about me. One invites him closer, the other pushes him back into his avoidance. When you master this, something beautiful happens. He starts to seek you out, not just for fun or sex, but because you feel like time's home, time's without losing yourself in the process. For an avoidant, that's intoxicating. The fourth psychological turn-on that hooks an avoidant deeper than lust is your time's feminine mystery and healthy unpredictability asterisk. Not mind games, not hot and cold manipulation. I'm talking about the kind of mystery that comes from being a real evolving woman he does not quite have fully figured out and never fully times owns asterisk. Avoidant men often chase a feeling of freedom. The second they feel like every inch of you is mapped out, like there's nothing new to discover, the avoidant part of them goes looking for air. What pulls them back in is a woman who keeps revealing new layers, not because she's playing a role, but because she's genuinely growing, exploring, changing. Think about how many women overshare everything in the first weeks. Every trauma, every ex, every insecurity, every plan for the next 5 years. It comes from a good place, wanting transparency, but it often creates an illusion of, I know her already. There's no sense of discovery, no tension, no slow reveal. Now imagine your version. You're open, but you're not a walking open diary. On a date, instead of spilling your entire life story, you share pieces, you tell an interesting story, then you pivot and ask him something that makes times open up. You laugh, you flirt, you change the subject. You leave the night with him feeling, I connected with her, but there's so much more I want to know. Mystery also lives in your life outside of him. One week you're talking about a book you're obsessed with. Next, you're learning salsa. Another time, you show up in an outfit that feels different, more playful, more elegant, more edgy. You're not reinventing yourself times for times him. You're revealing the different facets of who you actually are. Healthy unpredictability is when he can't quite predict how every interaction will go, but he can trust your integrity. He doesn't know what you'll wear, what new thing you'll be into, what joke you'll make, but he does know that you'll tell the truth, that you respect yourself, that you won't suddenly flip into cruelty to get a reaction. That's the sweet spot. Your character is consistent, your expression is fluid. What's deeply sexy to an avoidant man is feeling like he's on a journey with you, not at a destination. When he texts, you might be free, you might be busy, you might be in the mood for a deep conversation, or you might be playful and light. He can't just file you away as the girl who always reacts like X. He has to be present times with you. He has to actually pay attention, asterisk. There's a difference between mystery and confusion. Confusion is when your words and actions don't match, when your punishing him by disappearing, when you're pretending you don't like him, but secretly you're obsessed. That's not a turn on, that's emotional static. Mystery is when you like him, you show it, but you don't hand him the whole script of who you are and exactly how to keep you. You let him work a little, you let him wonder, you let him times the deeper chapters. For an avoidant, that's exciting. It feels like he can approach, step back, come closer again, and every time there's something new to discover. He doesn't feel trapped, he feels intrigued. And intrigue, when it's built on real authenticity, is one of the sexiest forces on earth. The fifth psychological turn-on, the one most women are scared of, is time's open-hearted desire with complete detachment asterisk. This is the art of looking a man in the eye with all your softness, all your feminine warmth, and communicating, I want you, I'm attracted to you, I'd love to build something with you, but my life, my joy, my future do not depend on you choosing me. Most women fall into one of two extremes with an avoidant man. Either they go hyper independent, I don't care, whatever, do what you want, I'm fine, pretending they don't have feelings at all. Or they go all in, vulnerable times and times attached. I want you, I need you, please choose me, handing him the power to define their worth by his level of commitment. Neither of those is truly attractive. The first blocks intimacy, the second suffocates it. The sweet, devastatingly sexy spot is when you can be brave enough to own your desire while being brave enough to walk away if it's not matched. Imagine telling him calmly, I really like where this is going with you. I feel a strong connection. I'm at a place in my life where I'm looking for something real. If that's where you are too, I'd love to explore this deeper together. And then you watch what times he does. If he says, I'm not sure I can give that, you don't argue, sell yourself or beg. You don't lower your standards and say, okay, I'll take whatever you can give. You smile, maybe your heart aches a little and you reply, then I think we want different things. And that's okay. I'm going to create space in my life for someone who's ready for what I'm ready for. That combination, your soft honesty plus your willingness to walk, is like lightning to an avoidant man. You are not shaming him. You're not punishing him. You are simply refusing to abandon yourself. He feels both your openness and your strength. You're not using indifference as a shield. You're using truth as your filter. With an avoidant, this is the ultimate test. When you express desire without clinging, you remove his favorite escape. She's pressuring me. There is no pressure. There is just clarity. I want this. This is who I am. Join me or don't. That's when, very often, his avoidance stops feeling like freedom and starts feeling like loss. And here's the thing, whether he steps up or not, asterisk, you win asterisk. Because you didn't stay small, you didn't dilute your needs to keep a man who was half in, you showed up fully, and then you chose yourself. That's the most powerful feminine erotic energy you can carry. The avoidant who is capable of growth will be more turned on by this than any teasing picture you could send him. He'll see a woman he could actually build with, someone who can love deeply, but who will never chain herself to a man who won't meet her there. Let's bring this home. If you want to hit an avoidant man deeper than lust, it's not about trying to outchase him, outweight him, or decode every silence. It's about stepping into a different energy. First, you become magnetically self-sufficient. Your life is already rich, with or without him. Then you back that up with calm, unshakable boundaries that quietly say, I'm not available for crumbs. You offer emotional safety without pressure, becoming the woman he can relax around instead of brace against. You add that layer of feminine mystery and healthy unpredictability, so he's always discovering you, never owning you. And finally, you master open-hearted desire with detachment. I want you, but I will not abandon myself to have you. None of this is about manipulating a man into staying. It's about becoming the version of you who naturally attracts men capable of stepping up and quickly reveals the ones who aren't. If applying these 5 things makes an avoidant man fall away, that's not a failure. That's your filter working. That's you creating space for a man who finds your standards, your softness, your boundaries, and your mystery times irresistible asterisk. If this resonated with you, I want you to do two things. First, tell me in the comments which point hit you the hardest and where you know you've been giving your power away. Second, don't leave now. Go watch the next video I've linked where I walk you through exactly what to say and do when a man pulls back, so you never chase again. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay with me. You don't just deserve a man who desires your body, you deserve a man who is magnetized by your mind, your standards, and the woman you are when no one is watching.